Everybody, I'm going to show you guys how to get in and how to do some shooting styles. We're going to jump into the creative map that everybody uses. I'm not sponsoring it. I don't know the person that made it, but this is just what everybody uses for right now. Type in the word aim. Hit enter. It will come up saying aim, edit, and piece. This is the most, as you see with the users on it, this is the biggest trading area that people use. Hit select. Only 2 people can go in this creative. You want to put this on private. Only 2 people in your party can go into this at once. Wait for it to download, wait for it to go in. I'm going to show you some basic shooting skills, and then the second part of this video I show you and I voice over and talk about how the shooting is going, how people are doing with their shooting and stuff like that, and what we're doing back and forth. But this is a good area for you to go in and practice your shooting. These are bots. They don't shoot back. They sound like they're shooting, but they can't really hit a target. So we're going to play with these bots for a little bit, and I'll show you some, and then we'll move on to the rest of it. Now, until Fortnite sorts through my creative ability, because I don't have complete creative ability so far, for whatever odd reason, and I will have a map up, but like I said, we gotta wait for Fortnite to sort through some issues. As soon as they sort through, we'll be on that creating. But until then, this is the first video. Like I told you, every Friday I'm going to put out a video. So, subscribe, like, turn on your notifications. Come back every Friday and there'll be a new video with more different skills. This is just basic practice. And you guys don't believe me, I've been doing this since chapter 1. So, I mean, this was all before we had guns that we could move around in the air with. This was all before you had sliding, adrenaline. This was shoot, and that was it. Up and out of when they used to, where they still bait people with medallions and everything else. So these shooting skills don't go away, and sometimes going back to basics is better than this new age stuff that people are trying to do. Keep in mind your controllers have been updated and they have been pushed. So you have better aim capacity already in your controllers. The aim is a lot better than what it used to be. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the where it says aim.
Welcome to the aim section.
Now, they already give you a bunch of guns. You can come down in the middle and you can choose what kind of gun you want to use. All the movement items are here. You can pick old school guns that have been vaulted. Stuff we've used before, mythics we've used before. There's the drum gun. But basically, all these are labeled. This is tile, and this one, all you gotta do is the tile. This is just targeting practice. Where can you move? And then you can start a game where it tells you how quickly you hit them, stop, reset. You can make the tiles smaller. All you gotta do, depending on your practice, you can change the colors if you need to. So we got 360, 200 pump headshots. It's jumping in somebody in the head. SMG tracking, bounce tracking, where they're moving, bouncing up and down. We got a sniper range over there. This is random flying. These guys are randomly flying. These are launch bots. These are angry bots. So angry bot, when you start getting out skills, you want to start practicing shooting each one, and then you can control to tell you what you can go to. But when you go over to the angry bots, they're just a bunch of bots running around shooting each other. So, once you get down to targeting practice, you can just sit here and practice shooting these guys where they move around and jump around. But what we're really going to practice with is, let me find him, this little bot right here. So when you go to the freestyle building area in the center, you got random flying, and right next to him is this little bot who does not move or do anything. So we're going to play with this little bot because he doesn't do anything. This is just for you to practice, and then as you can move on to other areas where they actually do move. So the first thing you want to do is basically aim. Is when you aim, you start to fire on it, but as you aim straight for the chest. You try to get to their head. You just tap and it goes straight into it. Kills them out twice as quick. Sometimes these guys so sometimes you down with your shots. Now another thing you want to do is movement. So when you do it, you always you never ever stand still. Will be the first thing that will get you killed is standing still. Second of all, you want to practice moving left to right. Now, when I'm shooting this box, it's being able to move left to right. Now, moving left to right is pretty simple. If you move left, your controls go to the right. So if I move left, I aim to the right. If I move right, I aim to the left. Sometimes you can do the crouch position, like if you think somebody's going to run up on you, you can go up and that's a slide. You can crouch. When I'm standing up, you just aim up. Crouch. I don't do this much because I'm on keyboard. I'm not on computer. That's why it says number 1, number 2, number 3, and then my guns. But another way to do it is to, when you aim, this takes a lot for me doing a mouse. When you aim, bounce up and down while you're moving. With this bouncing up and down throws somebody off when you're shooting with them. Especially if you're pinned, it throws somebody off because you see head, legs, head, legs, head, legs, and all is when you're up, bot, get back in your little hole. Next thing we're gonna do is do 2 more, a little bit over basic, and then, you know, like I said, I got the video. We'll do movement and stuff later on where we're like using the hits and jumping around and stuff like that. We're going to do headshots. So there's 2 types of headshots. You can run up to somebody or you can jump. So slide and shoot them. All you got to do is when you go in slide mode, aim, fire. Aim, fire. There's nothing wrong with pushing a person walking on something like that if you can get the thing done. Now if you get close to somebody, you want to do jump. And what you do is you aim for their head when you jump. Now if they're jumping, you wait till they hit the ground before you ever fire. I'm kind of lost in the walls. Give me a minute. You always get a headshot. Whatever. You can take 2 shots and get it done. Okay, so let's go and talk about the guns. The guns now have new movement if you use these double pistols. Now, the first movement is you aim and slow down. There's also another movement where you jump, and it puts you into this free mode where you just go around. You can also rotate if you double jump, aim. You can turn your movement and you can switch over. Like I push forward and I hit jump. If I jump and aim, this is when I get the reload. So as you hit the jump, the second time, you can change your movement to the side. So I can jump, aim, jump, and I can totally rotate as I'm going over them. And then you hit the ground and you roll. Picking up these guns, using them and practicing with the movements, like the side jump, is really, 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 really good. Because as you're in the air, that's what I'm doing. And I just took out 3 of them in a row. These guns are pretty long range. They obviously lower you are, but even at long range, it's still fucking air. You jump above them. Your jump is a little higher than normal. It's not bad learning to use the guns. So practice these skills, practicing bobbing up and down, practice your movement left and right, practice aiming at the chest and then just tapping up the joystick, just barely. Practice your run and your slide. Practice your jumping in headshots, to get close to them and actually jump up and try to hit shots. It'll just figure it out. It's easier for me to do because I'm on the mouse. It's a lot better, but I can still do this on a controller. So this ain't like just because I'm on a keyboard I can do this. Basically practice with the guns, practice the movement, and that will be enough movement to keep you in the basic routines, but you'll be able to keep yourself alive with movement. Every time you fight, there's movement. Every time you shoot, there's movement. Whether you're walking up on somebody straight, or you're moving left or right, or you're hiding behind something, or you're jumping. Most of the time, it's due to snipers being in the game. Since there aren't any snipers right now, I'm not used to it. Normally, what we used to do is we used to jump, we used to run, we used to slide. Every time we went somewhere, because this throws off a sniper's aim. Because when you go down like this, the sniper has to readjust. When you go like this, they gotta readjust. And we're just used to moving around like this and constantly keeping yourself moving. But whenever you're in a battle, you want to keep yourself moving the best that you can. To get out of this mode, you either go back to where it says home. You can emote, and emoting will take you straight out of here. Like I said, I'm gonna have set up for you. All right, these are just some of the stuff that deduct. This girl will go up and down, and she'll be bobbing. But when I jump in the air, I can get the headshot better. You fire as soon as you land on those. This one, that dude slid out. He almost had me. Very, very slick to throw off my aim, but I ended up finding him. Now, this might be a lot better than what you do, but, I mean, enough practice and you'll get to this point. You just have to understand what movements are and how shooting is done. Sometimes it's bobbing and weaving. Sometimes it's left and right. I can't tell you how to shoot. You just got to be in a situation to figure it out. Now, this one was pretty good because this dude, I come in straight on. My partner comes with me, or my dual partner comes with me. I'm shooting this guy straight on, and we get him completely nailed. I white him. You know, I finish him out. Now we're being shot from on top of that mountain. So what I do is I jump and slide into a vehicle. I get into the vehicle. I back up. I'm telling him to come on. Storm's coming. Grab the medallion. Let's go. Because as you see, the medallion's on the ground. He's searching for everything. Now they're sweating us. So they're going to try to push us. So what I do is I slide in. He's shooting at me. And then he doesn't pay attention. He goes for my buddy. So I'm looking for him. The quicker you can get up to him, I jump in, shoot him, headshot, he's gone. I stayed on him, he was going to die anyways. Sometimes people just don't turn around, just don't move because they're just like, fuck it, you're going to take me anyways. So when you sweat an area, when you're pushing people because you want to take it over, because you just first landed, there's nothing wrong as long as your aim is steady and on. There is nothing wrong with running up close and personal to somebody. Now this one I had to go find her. She moves left and right. She's going up and down. I had to find her. I had to keep my aim. This one I just rushed because I knew she was there. And normally when you rush them, they're sitting there crouched with the shotgun. So I'm just waiting for her to pull off. I can't get off the shot. I'm taking damage because my dual partner is in my way. So I go over here. I didn't realize this was a team till I got there. But this was a whole, in fact, team. I guess this wasn't duels. This would have been trios. So, but you switch to the right weapon before you get to them. I start firing with the handguns because the handguns have movement. I start nailing her. She flips. I found another dude coming, so I jump onto him. And as you see, he can't target me because I keep flipping and rotating. You never want to stay in one position too long. You always want to flip and you want to rotate. She can't get any jump shots off. That's why I stayed in the air with her. If they're not hitting you and you're doing the jump shots, you're fine. If they are, you got to flip and rotate. So I take this dude straight on. This is all about gun selection. This dude will actually try to jump and jump out of my way so I can't hit him. So as he jumps, I nail him in midair. This person's just straight on. I got height. You always want height. This person was the last one out of the team. They were on top of the mountain in a trio. This I'm pretty amazed that even I pulled off. But I'm trying to fire. She's running. She's moving. I can't get a hold of her. I can't get a lock on her. And then I take her out in the middle of midair. And land it. And then here, I'll show you how far the guns go. But if you practice, you can get it this way. Just knowing what you're using your movement. He blasts me back. But obviously, you can see how far the guns reach.